Howdy folks, hope you're all having a great weekend and welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Chaos Gate Daemonhunters, where today we are hot on the heels of the third of the 5 demon princes we need to kill in order to cleanse this sector of the galaxy. His name is Morgellus the Corroded, and there's just one teeny tiny little sort of warp storm shaped problem between him and us. That's going to be a problem. Not as much of a problem as it would have been at the beginning of the game, because now I have enhanced Geller fields, so the ship itself isn't going to take any damage from a warp storm, but it's still going to interfere with my prognosticars, which means some of my stratagems are going to be locked out.
Analysis. Morgellus the Corroded Prince located. Demonic entity occupies the form of a plague hulk of Nurgle.
You sound uncertain, Dominus. The foul creature is here, as I predicted.
Available data is fractious.
Yet we have faced them before. Please elaborate for our Inquisitor's benefit.
Classification. Demon Engine. Nurgle Abomination. Foul defilement of the perfect work of the Machine God.
What of its weaknesses, then? Weaponry?
More cannon designation. Heretical. Data access restricted. Cleaver designation. Rudimentary. Analysis self-explanatory. Power systems designation. Perversion. Illogical construct. Data access restricted. Shielding designation. Unknown. Data unavailable.
It seems we've touched on a sensitive point for the Tech Priest.
Indeterminate. Restriction boundaries are undefined. Access response remains obstinate.
No matter. It sounds as fitting a vessel as any to reap the strain of decay and rust. The hunt begins on your order, Commander.
Warp storms do not concern me, Brother Hector. We're doing this. Except maybe not at this precise moment. I mean, the warp storm isn't going to last forever. Maybe I can wait it out. It's worth a try. As long as no Bloomspawn missions pop up in the meantime. Well, of course they do. Okay, can I maybe ignore... Oh, wait. Oh, that's a flowering. Oh no, that's a Noctilus crown. No, I can't ignore that. Oh, fantastic. Right, so, yeah, I can't afford to wait any longer. We're going to have to go in and then immediately deal with the flowering afterwards. For this mission, we are going double Justicar, Librarian and Interceptor. And the good news is, only half of my stratagems are locked out. That's not too bad, actually. I still have Quicksilver for an extra 2 action points. And I have the Reflective Insight talent, which means I can use any of my stratagems 3 times during the course of a single mission. The purpose of this particular team composition, however, is basically just to buff the ever-living shit out of the Interceptor. Hence, 2 Justicars for 2 warp-charged on the chapters. The Justicars and the Librarian will be doing some damage of their own, but their primary purpose is just to back up and buff Interceptor Storm here, who's going to be taking some Sacred Incense for bonus willpower rather than the crack grenades. Not because there's anything wrong with the crack grenades, but because every single strike he is going to do will be buffed with willpower, so he's going to need as much willpower as he can possibly get his hands on. Today we're going to be answering the burning question, how much arse could an Interceptor kick if an Interceptor could kick arse? And I believe we're going to find out that the answer is yes. Oh, he's a big bugger, isn't he?
What is that I smell? Ah, more grease to anoint my gears.
Commander, the poison of a prime seed radiates below. This is most certainly our target.
More from above? Your numbers mean little. 10 or 10,000, all must crumble and fall before me.
Tactical analysis. Weaponry is limb-driven. Prioritize its extremities.
That voice, a daughter of the false Messiah? Why do you not come down and join my menagerie? I will teach you such things your machine god has kept secret from you.
Blasphemy!
No? A pity. Perhaps you will see the light once I shear those flimsy guards from your eyes.
He does like the sound of his own voice, doesn't he? Right, 125 health, 10 armor. Let's see what he can do. Okay, the Maw Cannon, that's an area of effect hazard attack. Eesh, that's not good. He can pick up and throw my knights all over the place. He can destroy the platform that we're standing on. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of area of effect attacks that inflict afflictions and vulnerabilities. He can be stunned, though. Okay. Immune to afflictions, yeah. Wait, Entropic Shield. Morgellus cannot be crit. Oh, shit. I'm kind of relying on that. Because, you know, Intercept the Storm does crit like a motherfucker. Except not today. When attacked with a range attack, he blocks... Yeah, we're not going to be doing ranged attacks. He has a rock cannon and a rock cleaver. The plan here is that he's not going to get to use any of these attacks. The plan is to see whether or not we can kill him in one turn by, well, Honour the Chapter, Warp Charged twice on Intercept the Storm. But this is where things start to get confusing. You see, that says Entropic Shield, minus 100% crit. It doesn't say cannot be crit. And yet the ability description for the Entropic Shield did say that he cannot be crit while the shield is up. And that's confusing, because minus 100% chance doesn't mean that you can't crit. For example, if I were to use Intercept the Storm's Hammer Hand ability, that gives him plus 100% crit chance on top of his base, I think 35% chance to crit with regular melee strikes. Which in the case of Morgellus here should mean that if he uses the Hammer Hand ability, Intercept the Storm actually has a 35% chance to crit. So which is it? Can he be crit, or does he just have minus 100% chance to crit? Anyway, we're going to soften him up with a crack grenade from Librarian Foros. Destroy some of his armour. And I've just noticed there's a multi-cannon turret behind him, so we're going to nuke that and the boss with Librarian Foros' Vortex of Doom. Nicely done, Librarian Foros, and that's him done for this first and hopefully final turn. Now then, Justicar Iolanthus is going to warp charge onto the chapter on Intercept the Storm, so there's another 3 action points and a bonus point of willpower. That leaves Iolanthus with 2 remaining action points, and we're just going to Force Strike to start stacking some damage up and reducing the hit points. No point in saving the willpower. I'm not intending on this fight lasting longer than 1 turn. Now, Justicar Balls. We'll do... Oh, hang on a second. He's got the Force Halberd that does a blast attack, doesn't he? No, we don't need that. So just a couple of regular... Oh, hang on. That's it. Oh. Right, the platform that we're standing on is going to collapse. Next turn.
Structural integrity failing.
Is that
Commander,
at the beginning of the
clear
next
our
turn,
brothers from that
or at the end
section
of the
before
next
it
turn?
collapses?
Shouldn't matter if we kill him in 1 turn. Let's not forget to do a warp charge onto the chapter on Intercept the Storm for another 3 action points and another bonus point of willpower. And Justicar Balls still has 1 action point remaining, so we'll just hit him again. Drops him down to 93 hit points, and that's everybody used all of their action points except for Intercept the Storm. So I think a warp charged teleport strike, because it's going to do some damage and it gets him at the target. And then we are going to hit this guy really, really hard a lot.
Good. It appears you've staggered it. This might be a good chance to strike at its upper body.
Right, we've stunned it. Now, we're not going to get an execute here, but maybe this now means, yes, we get to disable something. So this is in effect a crit. I think vulnerable, but +2 damage from one attack. You can see exactly how much damage Intercept the Storm can do now. He's destroying another platform all the way over there. Okay, fine. I don't care. Intercept the Storm ain't finished with you. Not by a long shot. He's down to 62 health with 4 strike. He's now doing basically 9 damage per hit. He's got 5 action points left. Let's just keep it up. Minus 100%. I wonder if it's worth trying a Hammerhand strike to see if I can actually score a crit. I mean, this isn't actually going to prove anything unless I do get a crit, because it's going to be a 35% chance. Nope. He's now destroying another section of platform, all the way over there again. I don't care. 4 action points left. Oh, I don't think we can do it. He was at 45 health and doing 9 damage with every hit, which means I would have needed 5 more hits. And I only had 4, or had 4. I'm down to 2. Shit. Stunned him again. And now he's doing... all platforms will be destroyed. This is a crisis ability. This basically means you've got 1 turn to kill him, otherwise he takes you with him. Here's the problem. He has 18 health left, and I only have 1 action point. And I'd need 2 action points to kill him in 1 turn. We've stunned him again, which again effectively is another crit. I mean, I just made his left claw.
Well done.
But he now gets to have a turn.
Cease until you've torn that foul abomination.
There's good news here. Turns out the platform is not going to collapse until the end of the next turn. Otherwise, yeah, we'd all be in serious trouble. He does get to shoot back with the Maw Cannon, but what I forgot to do here is use my stratagem, because I still had Quicksilver. I could have given Intercept the Storm another 2 action points and absolutely definitely kicked his ass into the middle of next week in 1 turn. So it is possible. I just kind of fucked it up. I mean, I didn't fuck it up. He's still going down, but it is definitely possible with this kind of loadout. It is definitely possible to kill a Demon Prince in 1 turn. In fact, if this hadn't been a boss who was basically crit immune, I wouldn't have even had to use Quicksilver, because Storm would have been critting so much, he would have died in 1 turn anyway.
Demon engine dismantled. A satisfactory conclusion to this vile perversion of the machine.
A hard-fought battle, Commander, worthy of note in the Hall of Champions.
Are you quite finished patting yourselves on the back?
This was a hard-fought victory, Inquisitor. The Commander deserves some praise.
This banter is irrelevant. The Prime Seal should be extracted and boarded for containment.
Once again, Dominus Lunette, the only sensible voice amongst all of those bickering children on the bridge of the ship. Anyway, job done. Should have done it in 1 turn. Kinda messed it up a little. Absolutely would have done it in 1 turn if the boss hadn't been crit immune. And absolutely would have done it in 1 turn even if the boss was crit immune, if I just remembered that I had the Quicksilver stratagem for that 1 extra action point that I needed. Anyway, 12 requisition points. Show them what they won, Bob. Selection of armory gear isn't amazing. What's this? 35% resistance? Yeah. Power armor. There's a lot of resistance on that power armor. And extra actual bonus armor, which you normally only get on Terminator armor, but I only have 2 Marines who use power armor, and Intercept the Storm's already got a really good set. As does Brother Cadulon. My Purifier, yeah, I'm not really feeling it with any of these armory rewards. Still, that's fine. We'll save the requisition points for when something really good drops.
The Reaper is dust, and a 3rd strain grinds to a halt. Our crusade goes well. What say you, Inquisitor?
Yes, a fine victory. Yes. I will await your next request to attune the Codex.
Indeed, 3 down, 2 to go.
Are you not well?
I'm fine, yes. Simply weary from the last ritual. If I am needed, I will be in the Libris, attending to my work.
Such a victory should have pleased her.
Oh, come on, Hector. She's obviously falling to corruption.
Inconclusive. Emotions are inscrutable. Her recent biodiagnostics have all passed.
She listens to the warp's whispers day and night. Such communion takes a toll on the mortal mind. We will need to keep a close eye on her.
Yeah, it's not her biodiagnostics that are the problem. It's the toll that the warp is taking on her mind. She's going to have to be purged, I'm telling you right now. Speaking of purging, I have not forgotten about that Noctilith crown that's in the process of flowering, and that is going to have to be dealt with right the hell now. I cannot afford to allow another one of those to erupt unchecked. At the same time, it's getting kind of late. Oh, hang on. What? What's this?
Commander, my reports indicate that you are carrying an excessive stockpile of befouled seeds aboard your ship. The use of corrupted artifacts is sometimes a regrettable necessity, but they should be put to a clear and essential purpose, not coveted like trinkets.
I object to your sacrificing our hard-earned research material into the bloom. These seeds are needed to combat this threat.
Commander, complying with Kai's request may bring us favor with the Grand Masters. I could perform...
Yeah, with all due respect for the Grand Master, he can go and take a flying fuck at a rolling donut. I am not sacrificing any of these seeds.
Yes, I will need them all if we are to purge the sector of taint.
I will reluctantly communicate your decision to the Grand Master.
Yeah, it's funny how when the Grand Master's report is due, he is mysteriously unable to communicate and award us any bonus requisition, but when he needs my seeds destroyed, suddenly he can get through loud and clear. He can go and fuck himself. Speaking of research, I need to attune the codex to the 4th and 5th of the Demon Princes, but there's a little bit of unlocking required to do first, so looks like I need to research some bloom seed purification first. Oh wait, no I don't. No, I can go straight to it. So it's going to have to be Tentaris here, because I don't have enough red seeds. I need 2 more to unlock the location of Dolorous. Right, well, yep. Tentaris it is. Now then, back to that Noctilith crown flowering. Or at least that's what I thought was going to happen next. But fate, destiny, and the Lords of Chaos had other ideas.
Emergent nexus forming off the starboard bow.
Battle stations!
Bring on the void shields. Run out the guns.
What's happening?
And on that cliffhanger of a bombshell, I think that's about all we have time for today. Join us in the next episode to find out what happens next. Let's just say things just took a very unexpected left turn, and we are all in some real pretty shit now. Until then, as always, be pure, be vigilant, behave.